Hi, CALS patrons. It's Tui. I am here at the Children's Library and Learning Center with the Central Arkansas Library System doing my first online garden to kitchen program. Thank you for joining me. So this week in the garden, I'm going to introduce you to Drew, who's going to tell us what's going on, what can we look forward to in the next couple months to making. And then I'm going to pick some asparagus and bring it back here to the teaching kitchen and show you how to roast it with some salt and pepper, lemon, garlic, and olive oil. So, stay tuned. Ooh, the apple trees have blossomed. And the bees are pollinating. A few of the irises are blooming. The blackberries are blossoming. Those will be yummy. The strawberries. These will be strawberries later. We're here with Drew, who is our gardener slash groundskeeper. There's a lot he could tell us about the Children's Library and Learning Center garden and greenhouse, but today we're going to focus on the garden because we work together. He obviously does the harder work at growing the garden.
I disagree.
But then me and the kids come and pick from the garden and we take them back to the teaching kitchen to cook. So Drew, what have we got planned for this season?
Well, we just got our okra in, and that'll get really tall, and that's a really good producer. It produces in the heat of the summer even without a lot of water. Right here we've got a mixture of broccoli, cabbage, and kale. Over here, if they bounce back, we've got some cut and come again lettuce. We've got arugula, cilantro, basil, some more kale, kind of just greens in general. Over here we've got a little bit of asparagus that's poking through, but this actually I've just seeded it with zucchini, which is great, another big southern favorite. And right next to it I've got crookneck yellow squash, which is an old-timer's favorite, and it produces a lot of squash. Over here we've got Swiss chard that was planted last year, and so I'm letting it go to seed, but you can still eat it now. And in between it I have planted some more squash. And
asparagus.
So right here, we've got cherry tomatoes, and every 3 plants we've got these T-posts, because as they get taller, we will run some string in between them to keep them from flopping over, and so they'll stay nice and tall. So we'll have cherry tomatoes. We've got snow peas right here, and on the other side, sweet potatoes I just put in. The idea being that the snow peas will produce in like the next month and fade away, and that's when the sweet potatoes are really going to start gearing up.
Awesome.
Over here we've got a red beefsteak tomato, which is a bigger kind of your classic, just juicy tomato. Same setup as the cherry tomatoes.
There's the snow peas.
And then on this trellis we've got more snow peas, and on the other side we've got cucumber that I just put into seed. The same idea. As the snow peas are winding down, the cucumbers will take over the trellis. And right here we've got a bunch of garlic I planted last fall. I'm actually, when I get some time here soon, going to be digging it up, and the entire border of the garden is just going to become where we plant garlic. It's supposed to deter small rodents from getting into the garden, and it'll open up another bed for some more vegetables. We've got lavender that'll be transplanted somewhere else, and we'll put some more basil in this bed. This bed will be our second stage of carrots and beets. In this bed, we've got our first beets coming up. You can see right here. And we'll keep thinning them to about this spacing. And we'll have some nice beets. And on this side, we've got carrots coming through. So we'll have some good carrots in about 2 months. This bed's a mess. And right here, these are actually ready to eat. And as we thin them, the ones that are left will get bigger and form a nice radish. But these are scarlet globe radishes.
Ooh.
And so, I'll see if I can find, yeah, here's a good one.
I found a recipe online. We're gonna be doing, ooh, that's a perfect one.
Yeah.
We're gonna be eating radishes with toast and fried egg.
That sounds good.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Drew.
Sure thing, Tui.
Right, I can't wait to cook with all of your produce.
Aww.
Okay, well, Drew's been picking asparagus for me every couple days, and I'm going to come and take a look and see what's ready. These are not really. So, here we go. I've got one right here. So I'm going to pick it, clip it at the bottom. Ooh, here's a very good spear right here. That'll be yummy. That's 2. You have to watch the fire ants out here. Here's 3. We'll wait for that to get bigger. We'll wait for that tomorrow. That'll probably be better tomorrow. And I'm not sure what's going on with this little guy. I'll let him have another day as well. But we've got 3 good-sized stalks to add to what we have in the kitchen already. Okay, so here's some asparagus. So, heading back, I've got asparagus that I'll add to what I got yesterday, and we'll make something in the kitchen. I don't know if anybody from different branches have seen that we've got solar power here. Nice little grid. Before we head in, let's see if we have any activity from the hives here. Oh, it looks like they're buzzing and brewing. I see some down there. Flying in and flying out. 'Tis the season. We'll have to thank Miss Patrice for these. Alright, I need to head back and get to cooking because I'm getting hungry. It's our beautiful library here. Children's Library and Learning Center in the Central Arkansas Library System. We're rather proud of it. Getting back to the kitchen, start washing those hands. You kids have been to our garden to the kitchen, remember all of this. Here we are. First, let's preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Next, we're going to gather our ingredients. We've got the fresh asparagus from the garden. I like a serrated knife to cut with my lemon. I've got my olive oil, garlic, salt and pepper. I've got a bowl to toss all of it together. And then I've got a oven sheet pan lined with parchment paper. And of course, my cutting board to keep things nice and neat. Let me wash my hands. So you're going to take your washed asparagus and you're going to cut them. Now at the store, when you get asparagus, you usually kind of bend them here. When you bend them, they're supposed to pop off where they are, I guess, freshest, basically. But these are all very, very fresh asparagus picked in the last few days. So I'm not going to waste any since I don't have quite a pound or anything, so I'm just going to cut them here in about thirds and cut them here. This one was kind of weird and it had that weird top, so actually that one I can tell just like that is not good for eating. So I'm going to just take that one out completely. You can tell because it'll be really, really stiff. Alright, now that you have them all cut and ready to go, you're going to put them inside a bowl. You're going to lightly cover them with oil. Toss them around a bit in the oil. Okay, so a little bit of pepper to your preference. A little bit of salt. And about half a teaspoon of garlic. I like a lot of garlic. Toss it completely around so everything is well blended. Uh-oh. And you're going to lay them out onto your pan. So I'm going to spread them out. Into kind of a road here. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to share the lemon slices with the fresh asparagus. So that being said, I'm going to thinly slice my lemon so I can get the most cuts out of it as possible. And I'm going to lay them on my asparagus. How pretty. It's beautiful, really. Now I'm ready to pop it into the oven. Looks great, doesn't it? What you didn't hear was my oven alerting me that it is 400 degrees. So I'm going to pop them in here for about 8 to 10 minutes. I'll set the timer for 8 and I'll check them in. Alright, I checked at 8 minutes. It wasn't ready. So I let it go about 4 minutes more. Ooh, looking really good. All right, it's time to plate this. I'm just gonna rub a little bit more of that lemon on there before I remove them to the plate. So good. Now some of the skinnier ones are gonna be a little bit more crunchy, but that's okay. I like crunchy. Now this asparagus could be a good side dish to just about anything. Or, like for me, it will be a snack eaten alone, as I am alone here in my library. We miss you patrons very much. We can't wait to do our programming in person. That's good. If you don't have some fresh asparagus grown in your garden this summer, might I suggest you take and look out the Arkansas Local Food Network. They're online and they have a database of Arkansas local farmers that you can order from online, pay online. You order by Wednesday at noon and then you pick up the order the following Saturday. Very social distance, very taken care of. It's amazing. The fruits and vegetables are going to be rolling in, and if you can't do your own garden but you really want fresh produce and you'd like to support their local farmers, you should check it out. That's Arkansas Local Food Network. But I also hope that you continue to join me on Wednesdays or whenever we manage to upload it for Garden to Kitchen with the Children's Library and Learning Center. Next week, we're going to cook greens and make cornbread. We can't wait till we get to do this programming in person with you, our wonderful patrons. But until then, stay safe and keep washing those hands. Bye-bye.